Hey, this is Jay Wilkins 79. How y'all doing out there? Right now I am doing the original versus remake tag response. And this is for Hey Internet Eric. He's the one that tagged me for this video, which thank you so much for doing that, allowing me to do this. And this video is also for people that would like to see it. And hold on one second, let me get a little drink here before I get started. Okay, so I thought about doing My Bloody Valentine, comparing the two movies, but I decided to go with Night of the Living Dead, original versus remake. Now I don't have a copy of the first Night of the Living Dead, but I've seen it many times. It's even on YouTube. You can see it. It's in public domain now, so you can just watch it for free on YouTube if you want. But I do have the 1990 Night of the Living Dead on DVD. Now it's right here. I don't know if you can see that. This came as a 4-pack off Amazon. I was just gonna get Night of the Living Dead 1990 just by itself, but it came with Resident Evil 2, The Devil's Tomb, and Zombie Strippers. So that's crazy. But as you can tell, it's right here, Night of the Living Dead 1990 with Tony Todd. Now, the original. Let me just first talk about the original, some points on that. When this movie came out, there was nothing like George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, the original. I mean, this movie must have freaked people out, and that's one main thing about it. It is scarier than the 1991. Now, the 1991 was directed by Tom Savini, who was into doing makeup artist. He was a makeup artist for a lot of other movies, horror movies. I think this was the 1990 Night of the Living Dead was the only movie that he directed. Like I said, he was mainly a makeup artist, special effects, with gore and stuff like that. But anyway, so the 1990, what's a strong point about that? Well, it is still scary, not as scary as the original, but I liked how it was in color. Of course, the original was black and white, but still, that doesn't make the original any less of a movie because of that. But I liked it. It was in color. It was updated, and there was a couple little twists on it that they added. And spoilers ahead. So if you guys haven't seen both of these, or one of them you haven't seen, please, if you want, go ahead and watch them, or just hey, I'll give you some spoilers. Okay, so on the 1990 remake, Barbara does not play a really scared woman the whole movie. In the first Night of the Living Dead, she was useless. All she acted like was just being scared the whole movie. She couldn't do anything. She couldn't fight. But in the 1990 version, Barbara is tough. I would almost go ahead and say she was tougher than the original character, Tony Todd. Dwayne Jones played in the original Night of the Living Dead. She's tough, and that's a strong point for the 1990 Night of the Living Dead. So 1-1 so far. I'm going to just get a point system going here. Back to the original Night of the Living Dead. What's another strong point I could say? Well, I'll go back to, and this gets a point just for this. There was nothing like Night of the Living Dead, the original. Nothing. And it was groundbreaking. It set the pace for The Walking Dead. There would be no Walking Dead if it wasn't for George Romero and the Dead series, Night of the Living Dead, or Day of the Dead, or Dawn of the Dead. And I said this in my Day of the Dead movie review. I like Diary of the Dead. Survival of the Dead, it was okay. But it had some characters that were in the Diary of the Dead. But I wouldn't consider those part of the Dead trilogy that George Romero came up with. So it gets a point for being original, and that's two. That's two for Night of the Living Dead original. Let's go back to the 1991. Well, let me think here. Tony Todd was in the 1991, the main character, the main hero. Dwayne Jones played the original. Now, which actor did a better job? Well, okay, I'm gonna have to say Tony Todd because, and it's also because of the plot twist. But he seemed like Tony Todd just seemed to be just do a better job. Not saying I'm not saying Dwayne Jones didn't do a great job. I thought he was awesome, but I just like Tony Todd's performance. So that's another point for the 1991. It's tied 2-2. Let's go back to the original. What else can get a point? Well, some of the effects were pretty cool for that time. I know this is gross, but some of the when the zombies are eating, people, I think they used really real like props to make the bodies look real, like when they're eating them. I know that's gross. I know it is, but that gets a point for that, the effect. So that's 3. The Night of the Living Dead 1990 gets a point because there was a lot of plot twists. Um, I had mentioned that Barbara was the stronger character, and also, spoiler, I warned you. Um, Tony Todd gets killed in the end. Or not, wait a minute. Yes, not in the end, but Tony Todd gets bit by a zombie, gets attacked by zombies, because he's stuck in the basement, the cellar. And of course he's boxed in, so the zombies make their way down there. He gets killed, comes back as a zombie, and gets shot by Barbara at the end. And Barbara also shoots the other guy that was a jerk the whole movie. I don't know his name, but so it's 3-3 now. It's 3-3. Night of the Living Dead. So what else about the original would get another point? Um, excuse me. I need another drink. Sorry, guys. You're probably losing patience with me. I'm sorry. Okay, here's another point for Night of Living Dead original. It was scary. Scary, scary, man. Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. My camera died on me when I was talking about another point about the first Night of Living Dead original. And I believe it was still 3-3, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm doing this in 2 video parts. I'll have to put them together through the YouTube editor, which they're getting rid of it on the 23rd. It's crazy. Anyway, I think it's 22nd or 23rd. So I mentioned that Night of the Living Dead gets another point, the first one, because it's just scary. It's every time I watch it, man, it's just the atmosphere. So it's 4-3 now. The original is winning against the remake 1990. Overall, was Tom Savini a better director than George Romero? And George Romero also was produced the remake, but he didn't direct the remake. I'm gonna have to go with George Romero. Tom Savini did a great job, and I'm surprised he didn't direct any more movies, unless he did, which I'll have to look up. But George Romero just did it better to me. That's my opinion. That's 5-3 now. The original is winning. And let's just go next with which one I thought was better. Now, the second one gets a point, though. One more point for being, just being fun. It seemed like I know I already got a point for the plot twist, but the 1990 version it just seems more fun. They're having more fun with it. But the first one's more scary. But the first one I do love also the atmosphere, but not as much as the original, which is scary. So it's what I say, it's 5-4 now, original. But overall, which one do I like the most? Well, before I get to that, which Barbara do I like the most? And that would be the newer one. So it's 5-5 now. So, guys, which one do I prefer? Man, you know what? I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this, but I just don't care. I just want to give my honest opinion. I like the remake better. I really do. I love the 1990 version. Night of the Living Dead, right there. You see that, guys? it was just more fun. It was, I liked the plot twists, which were great. It wasn't just a copy of the original Night of the Living Dead. It was awesome. And nothing against the original, which is still great. I love it. Both had 5 points. But I'm going to have to say the winner is the original. I'm sorry. Sorry, not what I meant. The winner is the 1990 version of Night of the Living Dead. And just let me show you guys something. This is what the DVD looks like. I wish I had the Blu-ray, but can't afford it. This is what the DVD looks like, Night of the Living Dead 1990. I know my hand's kind of in the way. I got it upside down. And that's it. The winner is the 1990 version of Night of the Living Dead. So thank you, Internet Eric. I'm going to tag No Star Reviews, and I'm going to tag Llama Monster. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up for me and subscribe if you want updates. And I will see you later. Bye, guys. Peace.